Hey everybody, VP here with Metaverse News, and I really want to buy more land because I'm super excited about Illuvium and the possibilities. But I need to chill because Illuvium Zero should be coming out soon, and there's a lot of questions I don't have answered yet, and I hate buying things without knowing everything I need to know. But when you're early in these projects, it's just how it is. You don't know everything. Now, a quick recap of what this channel is if you don't already know. It's an all things Illuvium channel. I come at things from a completely different angle. We'll talk about that more in a minute. I have 7 lands, 3 tier 1s and 4 tier 2s, and I've covered every single region in Illuvium, so just so you know what I got there. And I really want blueprints for Illuvium Zero at least, and probably really throughout the entire Illuvium ecosystem. Blueprints are my major end game. I really want money first, and then second, I want to have fun doing it. Everybody's different. I get that. I respect it. But this is my mentality and my approach to Illuvium. And I think the opportunities are great. So like a lot of other Illuvium channels out there, this is not really a how-to channel. It's not a hype channel. It's not really an informational channel. This is a strategy channel. Again, we want to make money here. And I think the best chance, and something that I think we have just been gifted in this community, is the chance to get blueprints and to get them early. I really do think that's where the alpha is, and probably will be for some time. And by the way, yes, most of my videos look like this. Unless I'm actually doing something, this is not a high production value channel. This is a pure strategy channel. Now, let's answer the question at hand. Before I buy more land, and I'm tempted to, but I won't, because I don't know these things. There's a lot of rumors out there concerning how long this is actually going to take. People who have lots of land need to know. If they have nothing going on in their day and they can just sit there and do this, that's fine. But I spin a lot of plates. Most of my days are already fully occupied as is. So this Illuvium Zero is going to infringe on my day. I'm still going to do it because I think it's worth it, but I need to know going forward, how long is this whole thing going to take at the beginning, towards the middle, and after everything is running at full efficiency. Only then will it make sense to buy more land. And I also want to know, too, how long is this alpha going to last before the main game starts? I remember Andrew saying before, he says, I don't want to see things released too close together because as a marketing guy, that's way too much of a load on him, which makes sense. So on the down low, I wouldn't mind if alpha lasts a long time. If we have alpha and then Illuvatars and then private beta 2 and then the overworld, I am cool with that because they're saying that the blueprints we get in alpha are not going to be duplicated ever again. They're going to be unique unto themselves. And so I want as much chance to get as many of those as possible. You know, I want to play Overworld too, but at the end of the day, I'm a money guy. I also don't know fully what the buildings do. There are places that tell us what the buildings do, but I don't quite know how they all work together. I also don't understand proximity, and I think that's going to be a thing. You know, they said you want your scanner far away from other buildings. You want certain buildings close to other buildings. You want certain buildings really close to certain resources. You know, I don't care what this mod said or what that mod said or what somebody on Discord said or what somebody in a YouTube interview said. These questions will not officially be answered until we actually get in there and start playing. You know, there's just no other way to know. And I also want to know with 3 tier 1s and 4 tier 2s, am I going to have enough fuel to do everything I need to do? Or am I going to have to go buy it? Or will I have an excess of fuel, which would be great because that allows me to buy up a bunch of like really cheap tier 1s, for example. You know, I'm not in this for the fuel. You know, I don't have any tier 3s or tier 4s. I'm probably not going to make a ton of money on the fuel. Let's be honest. The resources are there for my buildings and fuel is there for my overworld conquests, which will mainly involve collecting alluvials so I can make skins out of them or sell them on the open market. But again, any amount of rumors or I heard this and they heard this is not going to answer this question until we're actually in there playing. And then, you know, this won't be fully answered when it's time because they're going to sell for probably 2 different price points before and after the game really gets popular. But what do these blueprints even sell for? What do the skins sell for? You know, I need some actual numbers to work with here. Now, like I said, I'm very interested in buying more land, but it has to be worth it. time-wise and money-wise. And by sticking with this channel and taking this journey with me, you will know the answers to these questions too, which is very important. A lot of you out there haven't bought land yet because you also don't know if it's going to be worth your time or money. And we're going to make sure these questions get answered soon. And then finally, what is the overall multiplier? With 7 lands, running at full efficiency for however long it's going to take. So it's kind of a combination of all these things. How many blueprints do I actually end up in my possession? That's really the final piece, because now I can actually go to my spreadsheet and start running some numbers. But like I said, if the math checks out, it's on. I'm absolutely going to buy more. I'm not having any renters on my land because you do have to share profits with them. And a lot of the profits are going to be on blueprints and skins. And I might just sit there and hold on to those things for a while. I might not sell until I feel like price is going to go up, for example. I have to see how popular this game gets and how fast it gets popular. Those are still some questions down the road. But I don't think people renting my land are going to like me a whole lot. So I'm just not going to bother. I'm just going to do it all myself. And it has to be worth the time. To me, time has always been more important than money. You can always make more money. You cannot make more time. But if I can get things optimized, wake up in the morning, do about a half hour of Illuvium 0, play Overworld for a couple hours, shoot some content after that, then get my day started, that's a pretty good morning. That to me is worth the time. Because you have to remember too, like they have always said, these lands and the fuel we produce is going to be viable for every single game that comes out. There's already 4, to my knowledge, coming out, and they said they might even have things like a first-person shooter or an RPG or a card game, many things coming out in the future, which makes this land and the fuel we produce and the skins we create and the blueprints those skins come from more and more and more valuable. I feel like if we put in the work now, and this game does take off, which I feel it should, all of this time we spend now grinding is going to be well worth it. So if you want to take this journey and watch me put things together on Illuvium 0 and watch me stumble my way through the overworld, subscribe, hit the bell. You will learn through my successes. You will learn through my mistakes. And I'm happy to bring all of those things to you because we are all in this together. I'll see you down the road.